Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.
Ex Ambassadors es una de las bandas que están presentes en el line-up del Festival Corona Capital Guadalajara en su edición 2022 para platicar de su visita a la ciudad y el trabajo que actualmente está realizando Ex Ambassadors. Tenemos el gusto de conectar en esta videollamada con Sam Harris. Hola, Sam.
Hey, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Where are you right now?
I'm in my backyard in Los Angeles, California. It's usually sunnier, but it's it's a little gray today, so we're doing our best. We're doing our best.
I know that's the spring.
Trying to keep up with you in Mexico. So
yes. You will play here in Guadalajara in a few days. You are part of the lineup of Corona Capital Guadalajara. How do you feel when they tell you that you will be part of this festival?
I have been waiting to play this festival for a very long time. I think we were supposed to play it at the end of 2020, and then the pandemic hit, and I've been waiting for 2 years to play this festival. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm very excited, very, very, very excited to be back in Mexico. I love Mexico. I have a lot of friends who are from Mexico and Mexico City in particular. I know we won't be anywhere near Mexico City, but I'm very excited to be at the festival regardless.
It's very important for a band like Ex Ambassadors to play in festivals like this. I know that you play in festivals all over the world, but here in Mexico, it's important to have a festival, not only in Mexico City, but here in Guadalajara.
Yeah. I'm so, I'm so appreciative to be able to get to play festivals again. It's been really, it's been something I've been missing a lot. You know, we were lucky enough to do a headline run of theaters and clubs here in the U.S. to support our record, but there is something different about playing to a festival, because I think you have a combination of people who know your band and who are fans of yours, and then also people who don't know your band, and you have to win them over. So and there's a lot more people, so the stakes are higher, and it's a lot of fun. I love that challenge.
It's one of the most important things in a festival that you said we can go for a band, but in the transit between stages, we can listen band that maybe we didn't hear before, and you maybe can win new fans in a festival, right?
Exactly.
And it's also different to perform in your own gigs, in your own shows, than in a festival. You need to choose very well your set list, because your time is less.
Yeah. You gotta come hard right out the gate, and we really try to do that for festivals. We always try and keep it like tight and energetic, and leave our audience wanting more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sam, so Ex Ambassadors are part of this generation of groups, artists that are working in the second decade of the 21st century, where things have changed a lot in the music industry. How do you feel your position, your sound in the middle of all this craziness that happen in the music industry nowadays?
Well, it's hard to do it, but I'm trying not to think so much about it, because I think the more that you try and fit yourself in, the less you stand out. And I think that I'm focused. I try to keep my focus and my band's primary focus on the work at hand, and creating stuff that feels like it pushes the boundary for us as artists, to dig deeper into ourselves. And as long as we're doing that, I think we'll be okay. And I think at the end of the day, also, like, all we have is the pride that we have in our own work. And thinking about anything other than that is it's just going to kind of drive you crazy. But I think that there are certain things about the music industry now, the way that things are changing, that are daunting and really inspiring. Like, it is such a the playing field is starting to get a bit more level, and I think the opportunity for I think artists are becoming more and more empowered these days. And that is really exciting. I think that the fact that there are not clear, like, roads to get to the top anymore it's scary, but it's also really, really cool, because, you, like, nowadays, what a record label will tell you when they say, like, okay, well, how do you get a hit? I mean, they'll say, like, well, you got to have a viral TikTok song. Well, how do you get a viral TikTok song? You just put stuff out. That's it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. But I think what's great about a platform like TikTok is that, the people see through bullshit easier, I think, today. I mean, there's a lot of bullshit on all social media platforms, but I think that makes it easier for the cream to rise to the top. There is just going to be stuff that people will connect with. And so make things and put them out. That's really, like, the strategy today. And I think there's a simplicity in that that's really nice. It feels like things are getting more complicated, and you have to be not only an artist, but a social media influencer. And you have to, know how to, you have to know your way around Photoshop and Final Cut Pro, and, like, be really good at, like, have great style and everything. You a great photographer, a great videographer. But I think ultimately, as long as you're creating something that is genuine, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. The fans realize when you're honest making music, when you have fun playing live, when you enjoy your own music, right? You can hide it.
Yeah, not everyone's going to like it, but that doesn't matter, because if you're being genuine to yourself, there will be people who will connect with that, and that connection is really special. And will be even more special if it's something that means something to you, when you make it.
Yes, of course. Sam, how difficult was to release an album during the pandemic last year? Because the process of making an album is very hard. It's very difficult. But you have released three records in 6 years. It's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of overcompensated. So we put our first record out in 2015, and then it took us 4 years to put our second record out, because we were touring so much, and we lost a member of the band, and we scrapped a whole album, and it was just a lot. There was a lot of things going on in our lives and our career. And so it took that amount of time. And then we put another record out 2 years later. So I think we have another record that's finished now that hopefully will be out either this year or next year. But making a record during the pandemic, actually the making of the album wasn't the hard part. It was everything else. The record we made mostly, in our home studios and at this studio that was owned by the guy who produced the record with us, a producer named Andrew Wells. And that was all in LA. So it was fairly easy recording process, but the music videos, the trying to to find a way to finally get back on tour, to promote it, to rehearse, the set, and everything required, all these extra steps because of the pandemic. And we had to be very careful. And my brother is immunocompromised, so we had to be extra careful. It was a lot, man. It was a lot, but it was worth it. I think we made a record that is very unique and very weird, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it, man. It was like I had this strange vision in my head for it the whole time, and was able to actually get that out. It's like having like a bug in your brain, and you just like, it's there, and you just want to get it. You just want to get it out and see it. And I got it out, and now it's out in the world, and I can see it, and the world can see it. And it's like I feel like a release,
Yeah, and it sounds amazing. It's an amazing album, The Beautiful Liar. How difficult was to translate the energy, the sound of the record to a stage? Because you made the album, as you said, during pandemic time, during lockdown, maybe in loneliness. How difficult was to translate that to a live show?
Once we started playing the song, once we started rehearsing for this last tour that we did and playing a lot of the songs live, it was honestly so inspiring, because, not only were we excited to play this new music, but we were excited to be playing music together at all. We hadn't really gotten together and played our instruments together as a band for, a full year and a half. So it felt like starting over, it felt like we were that tour that we did in the fall. It really felt like, touring for the first time again. And I found I found so much joy in such a dark album, and such a weird kind of, coming from such a weird, dark place. I found so much joy in that last tour and playing these songs live. It really surprised me, and it was great. It was great, man.
And it's gonna be also great to see you live here in Guadalajara during Corona Capital Festival. You will play May 21st, Saturday, along with other amazing bands like The Strokes and a lot of bands.
I know.
And your Mexican fans are looking forward, and also to listen to you live. I read in your social media a lot of people here from Guadalajara telling you that are waiting for you.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to play. We've been waiting to play this festival for like 2 years. So I can't wait, man. Can't wait. I'm gonna get very fat. I'm gonna eat so much food. I can't wait. I'm already like salivating thinking about it.
I'm pretty sure that you will have a blast here in Guadalajara. Not only playing live, but as you said, touring and making tourism and eating seafood and all the gastronomy here in Guadalajara. You're gonna have to drag me onto the plane back home. No problem. We can get you there.
Yeah, great.
Sam, so looking forward to see Ex Ambassadors live here in Guadalajara during Corona Capital Festival, May 21st. It's going to be an amazing experience. Sam from Ex Ambassadors, thank you so much for this chat with Rutas Alternas.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I'm excited to see you.
Plataforma de información musical y radio online. Rutas Alternas. Escucha.